The story's pretty stupid. It's a lame movie, but I think that's mostly because of the fact I'm a little over seeing Dwayne Johnson movies. You know, I'll give it a watch another day, but nah, at the moment, I don't like it.
Oh, okay, I'll tell you this. I'm not gonna call the man an idiot, but he got that drunk part.
That's a good shtick he's got going.
We're about to get into the Stardust reactions right now.
There is a small child, like 8 years old. Like I'm not joking. He's like 8 years old, and he actually was like more concise about his point than any other person that was on there about the point he was making.
Well, you know what? That makes me excited. From the mouth of babes, Martin, come good Stardust reactions. And this week, we are going to be reacting to, or people will be reacting to, rather, to Skyscraper.
No.
Shut the fuck up.
Is that Shia LaBeouf?
No. Yeah, we did a feature today where we talked about how Skyscraper is considered not a disappointment, not a failure, but a bomb. This big action blockbuster from the star who can do no wrong, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You know, what happened this weekend? How come people didn't go see this? Did no one enjoy this film? Well, we'll see about that. We're sure that some people did, and we might even find them on Stardust. And if you're wondering what Stardust is, well, you can get involved with Stardust yourself. All you got to do is download the app on your iPhone, on your Android, and you can start sharing with the world your reaction to movies, TV shows, even a trailer. You loved it? Let people know. Tell people to support. You hated it? Warn people out there. Thing is, you do it in 30 seconds when you press that button. Once you're done, all of a sudden, you have become what they call an influencer. So, get it now. And also, get it through our link. Stardust.app.link/double toast. You look confused. I don't know.
The Drunken Idiot.
Living up to that name. And when you're there, remember to tag us at Double Toasted. All right. Now, around the room here, I remember, Martin, you and I, we weren't too crazy about Skyscraper.
Nah.
This is dumb. This is stupid. But, you know, we're not the youth. We called in the kids. Yeah. Sammy.
They liked it.
They liked it. Called in young Jake back there. Jake, he really liked it. I like the way Jake will play it off. Jake would tell you with enthusiasm. He's like, I don't really like this movie, but it's so great. I love it in an ironic way. I'm like, man, you like this. Stop it. It's okay to be yourself, Jake. We understand. You have to be like these crusty dudes over here. So let's hear what other people say. Is it as varied in the land of Stardust? Let's start out with the Drunken Idiot. Who out of 5 stars?
No, that's his name.
I know
guys.
people.
That's his name.
If you're listening, I'm sorry. I'm not being an asshole here.
He put it there himself.
Yeah. Thank you. There's a 5-star rating system on this app. He gives it 2.
I wasn't overly fond of this movie. I kind of found it yeah, the action's cool. There's a lot of action. Other than that, the story's pretty stupid. It's a lame movie. But I think that's mostly because of the fact I'm a little over seeing Dwayne Johnson movies. You know, I'll give it a watch another day, but nah, at the moment, I don't like it.
Oh, okay, I'll tell you this. I'm not going to call the man an idiot, but he got that drunk part.
That's a good shtick he's got going.
No, it is. He lives up to it. For some of you who come in and say, man, you need to elaborate more. Look, he did not false advertise himself at all.
He made his points.
He made his points,
right.
Yeah. He pretty much
in
said
between hiccups.
I think stupid. I'll watch it again, though. But
I don't like it.
I
don't like it.
No, Captain, I don't like it. But this guy here, man, I got to tell you, look, short, to the point.
Yeah.
You know, man, a few words.
As you have to be on Stardust.
Yeah, and man, a few words, and that's okay. That's okay. Didn't like it too much. I thought it was dumb. May give it another chance one day, but for now, no.
Also said maybe he's seen too many Dwayne Johnson movies.
Yeah.
A point that we made in our feature today. You know, it's a feature. Is Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, just getting a little exposed right now. All right, maybe he needs to take a break at some point, which, as you see ahead of time, that's not going to be the case.
I know.
We ain't getting a break from The Rock until at least 2025. And by that point, he'll be president. So, hey, you know.
Sign an executive order that everyone must go see my movies.
I must be in every movie coming out now. All right, let's go ahead and get into Derek W. Clem. Derek enjoyed the movie a little more than my intoxicated friend over there. He gives it 4 stars out of 5.
Skyscraper is a cinema smoothie, and the ingredients are homages and tributes to the great disaster movies of the past. Stuff from the 90s like Armageddon, Dante's Peak, LA Volcano, Daylight. Stuff from the 80s, those macho movies from the 80s with Schwarzenegger, Stallone, and Willis. And those disaster movies from the 70s, that's all in here. Earthquake, the airport films, obviously the Towering Inferno. The Rock is much more than just charisma.
Airplane.
He's an actor!
Calm your ass down.
He's like, this is a great movie. It combines all these bad movies from the 90s.
It makes a movie.
Yeah.
Sounds good. 4 stars.
It makes a movie. And listen, this is what I was saying. I forgot to tell people. I was on Watch Mojo last week, and please go see that when it goes up. I think it's up right now. And one of the things that I said to one of the guys, Manny, on Watch Mojo during my review, I said, "Listen, man," because he was like, "The Rock is so charming. The Rock has so much charisma." I think Dwayne Johnson is getting a pass on his reputation at this point because he doesn't do a whole lot in this movie except run, jump, punch, and do everything else. Now, I will tell you, they put enough charisma at the beginning to make you think, oh, that's the Rock I know. But it's gone after a while.
True.
You know, that at least for me, that's the case. And now you're talking about these other movies that it's taken from. That man, they doing the old hipster shuffle on you. Oh man, all these other movies that I remember.
It's homages.
Yeah, homages.
No, it's not.
That's the cutest sneeze.
It was.
You're making me defend Michael Bay. I'm not a big fan of Armageddon like a lot of people are, but I
No,
will
I think
say,
it's awful.
no, I'm not. But I will say Armageddon, no matter how much you want to criticize even that didn't take itself seriously.
Right, it didn't.
No, they put a lot of humor in there, and it can be argued with that humor came character. You ever seen Armageddon?
I've seen, yeah, on the show.
Okay, all right. Did you like it?
It was fine. Like, I didn't love it, but I mean, there's a lot of weird parts, but there's also some really kind of exciting parts.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I would probably sit down and watch Armageddon any day over this. And I don't even think I'll dislike this. I like this movie more than Armageddon, but I can't even say that.
No, I'd watch this over Armageddon.
I'd probably watch this because Armageddon is just obnoxious.
Right.
You know what? I'd have to see it again. But
Because I appreciate that there's humor in it, but the humor is all obnoxious.
Okay,
Right.
maybe I need to watch that again. What's she saying?
He's riding a rocket.
Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's the problem. This girl set up at Armageddon. She like, he's riding a rocket.
It's that song. I don't want to close my eyes.
He's straddling a big phallic symbol. All right, let's go ahead and get into. I can't wait to get you on another review. Let's go ahead and get into. Let's see here. Are we at number? Are we at number 4?
This is 3.
3. Okay. Well, I'm missing one here. Oh, Dominono, right here. Dominono gives it 3 stars out of 5. This is the kid you were talking about? All right. Like I say, from the mouth of babes. Let's hear what he has to say.
Everything was either impossible or just highly improbable in the movie. But that's what I was expecting. I was just expecting some brain candy, fun Dwayne Johnson action movie. And that's exactly what this movie gave me. So, while I'm giving it a 3-star, it was just so fun. So, go see it. It's really fun.
You know something? I don't even think that that's a kid.
It's too eloquent,
I think that that's a very youthful lesbian right there.
Why? There's nothing wrong with that.
What's wrong?
I looked like a lesbian when I was in 6th grade. I'll bring up the picture. I know what that joke is because that's for me.
Oh, boo, yo. Go fuck yourself. I ain't backing up from that.
Boo.
Boo.
Nah.
No, the reason why I say this is because that kid is so eloquent, man.
Yeah, he's a smart kid.
That kid, he really is.
He's like, it's just fun. Everyone else was like, "Yeah, I had a good time." It was nothing. It was nothing else other than just fun, and that's what I liked about this review. He's like, you know what? It's stupid.
Yeah.
But I know it's not enough for a 5-star, but it's fun.
You know why? You know why I said the lesbian thing? Because the kid, when he was talking the whole time, he reminded me of Ellen Page for the reason.
Everything was either impossible or just highly improbable in the movie.
I see it. Yeah.
Do you not see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Well, all he has to do is purse his mouth a little bit more, and there you go.
They're like that. Ooh.
Yeah, the way he talks. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, they came out of nowhere, but I tell you, they projected on me.
Nah.
All of them any homophobes. So, man, look at they laughing now. Look at
I saw some people look up like, what?
shit. Wait a minute. How dare you? Got them all on camera, like the CBS man. Oh, let's go. All right, we got. No, that kid is very eloquent, man. That's what we talk about with Stardust.
Sure.
You know, just believe it or not, 30 seconds you can back up a lot of points, a lot. All right, let's go ahead and get into our last one right here. Oh, Alex Madden, 414, not a fan, 2 stars.
So just saw Skyscraper, and this movie really, really sucks. I had heard going in that it was more like a 90s action movie. That is not the case. This is a very cliche-riddled movie. The Rock has, like, no charisma in this movie. He doesn't even really fight. It's just, it's so bland. It takes itself way too seriously. I wasn't a fan of this movie. I'm not going to remember it. It's not going to go down as a classic.
Wow, he echoed almost the review I did.
Right.
In this, pretty much the antithesis of what my man was saying right here. You know, whatever this dude said, this was the opposite at this point. And you know what? I'm not going to repeat what the guy said because you hear in our review, he said it too. It's just like, yeah, it's just devoid of any kind of originality.
Right, there's another guy who's like, why does The Rock refuse to pick up a gun in this movie? He has axes, he has swords. I'll even spoil that shit. He has swords and he doesn't pick up a gun, not once.
No, I did notice that, and it made me wonder if there's a deleted scene where he just has a thing about guns where he won't pick them up.
Yeah, I wonder if in the height of this whole gun controversy that's happening these days.
But everybody else is shooting them.
Oh, he made a line about it. Remember, he's like, I haven't picked up a gun since the war times.
That is true. That is true.
And then didn't decide that his family's life was worth picking up a gun.
Yeah, and that is the thing I thought about too. I was like, yeah, I understand not wanting to use guns, but when your family's life is in danger, you kind of put that aside.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. You mean you won't pick up a gun, but you'll do this shit right? You know, at that point, you wouldn't go to any lengths right, to protect your family. That's another thing that probably feels bland about the movie. Is like that would seem like to be they just want to get their money from everybody. That seemed a clever way to write around the gun controversy in this movie. It's like, you know, we don't want to offend people who, and I can understand why. We don't want to offend people who have lost people to gun violence. We don't want to put that out there.
Plenty of guns that get shot.
But they're by the bad guys, you know. And it always counts for the bad guys. But for good guys, you know, I think people may be a little. I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm just saying I'm taking a guess and thinking like, oh, maybe so. I don't know. Anyway, that is it, people, for our reactions here. And please, go ahead and get your reactions out there by getting the app for your iPhone, for your Android, and get it through our link, stardust.app.link/double toast it. And remember to tag us while you're dusting off those stars.